Hey guys, so tidbit of information here on upcoming content to my channel, and that is that I will be streaming a ton of Destiny Crucible, and I will also be uploading video edits, so not streams, actual edits of Destiny's storylines, patrols, adventures, so on and so forth. But the thing is I will be doing this kind of unorthodox. I've already played through a lot of Crucible and a lot of Destiny, as you'll see here in a minute when my character comes up. And what I was going to do is I had this thought last night that I would take my current character and change all of his gear and swap it into the vault, swap it for some shitty things, and make sure basically all my good current gear is in the vault for later use, and then delete this character and make a new character and take said new character and play only Crucible all the way up until I hit the level cap, which is 20. And then from there go in and play the story mode all the way through, the adventures all the way through, and the patrols all the way through, and do a lot of light power leveling. So the whole time I'm in Crucible, I'm going to be power leveling my light, and then I'll be doing the same thing through the story, the same thing through the adventures, and the same thing through the patrols. However, what I delete or dismantle, in this case not delete, will be saved. I won't immediately be going, oh, I have 10 gunsmith telemetry, let me go give that to Banshee, get a reward from him real quick. I'll be saving it all. And what I plan to do is, at the end of, level 20 on Crucible, and the end of all of the story bits and patrols and adventures, whatever I have as far as tokens and resources and gunsmith telemetry, I will be going to all of the planets and distributing those and power leveling my light through the rewards that they give me as well. Um, and then I'll go to Banshee and I'll get my rewards from him and I'll power level my light through that. And only the really thing that I'm probably not going to break down is going to be Hawkeye weapons. They're some of my most favorite weapons in Destiny 1 and definitely in Destiny 2 because there's so many more. And they look realistic to me. They're probably the more futuristic, but still, this can probably be done in real life type weapons, and that's why I like them. Now, there's a couple of weapons in the game that I like that are super fucking futuristic-y and probably can never be created in the next, 100 years or so. That's a different story, though, that I do like. But anyway, uh, those are really the only weapons I'll be storing in the vault for later use. And then once I've done all that, I'm going to go in and I'll open up my legendary and luminous engrams and power level my light through that as well. And then I'll go ahead and do 2 out of the 4 that I know of exotic quests, and that'll be for the Mida and the Sturm, and I won't be tackling the other 2 because A, I don't like the Nightfalls, and I'm not going to go into that, and B, I don't have a raid team, and the guided games takes way too long to match up with. So I will be skipping over the Rat King's sidearm and the Arceus shotgun. Those will be totally, I won't be doing those. But mixed in with the patrols and adventures, I'll be doing public events, and I pretty much know how to get heroic events started on all of them except for I believe 2 that I don't really fuck with all that much. So there will be the chance that I get decent rewards out of them, so maybe more legendary engrams and exotics. So again, not gonna even go near the tower until I finish doing all the story and stuff. That way it's not like I'm doing, you know, I don't know, I'm doing some sort of thing for the Mida, and then boom, public event pops up, it's heroic, I go in, and then another legendary, and I've already gotten rid of all mine. I don't want it to be like that. Now, if I'm doing a thing for, let's say, the Mida, and one pops up and I get another exotic or a legendary out of it, it's good if it's an exotic because I'll just be able to store it and I can open it all later after I've gotten the Mida and the Sturm. But if it's legendary, I'm probably going to go and hit it immediately. That way I can, pull my light up with it, because I'll most likely be around the first soft cap and it's not really going to matter anyway. But I'll play it by ear. If I'm above the soft cap, then I'll wait until I get the Mida and the Sturm. And then once I've done that, I'm going to go ahead and open up the rest of the exotics that I have, if I have any at all. And what I basically want to do is just kind of an experiment to see, like, right now my character was at 268. I'm wanting to see how far above 268, even if even if it's 1 point, hell, even if it's nothing, I just want to see where it gets me. Doing Crucible to level 20, powering my light all the way up, and then doing the same thing with Story. These uploads will be inconsistent. They will be edited per usual. I'll try and cut out the boring bits, and I'll most likely be playing this solo, which I'll get into that in a minute. But they'll be all over the place, and that's because of my third shift schedule. And that's also why I'm playing it solo. So I work third shift, which means that I get home around 8 in the morning, a little bit earlier sometimes, and I leave at roughly 9:30ish at night to go to work. But I'm not full-time yet, but I do work a full-time schedule most weeks. So that would mean that I might stream Crucible until I finish it at, it could be 9 o'clock in the morning till 10 o'clock in the morning, and then I'll sleep. And I might stream again later that day at 4 in the afternoon, and then again later that night at midnight or 2 o'clock in the morning the following day. Or I might stream only at 4 o'clock in the afternoon and not for the rest of that day. And the same will go towards videos. I may have 2 days off that week and only update or upload a video one of those 2 days, or it might be both days, or it might be I have a Monday, Tuesday, and then a Thursday off, and I upload Monday, Tuesday, not Wednesday because I work, and then Thursday. It's just, they're going to be all over the place. They're not going to be consistent, but they're not going to be, they're not going to be more than one a day. I want to try and draw it out as long as I can, but not so long that it's, a week in between each videos. At the very most, it'll probably be 2 to 3 days max between videos. It might be 4 days, that depends on my work schedule. Like, I believe I work Friday through Monday this upcoming weekend, so there might be a period where I'm, tired and I don't necessarily want to come home and edit a video together and upload it, and there might be a time when I'm like, I've worked 2 days and I've got the energy to do it. It just depends. So don't expect like 2 o'clock every 2 days or every other day that I'm going to upload a Destiny video and it's going to be exactly this long and it's going to come out exactly this time. It's not going to be like that. And that's the reason why I'm doing it solo, is because I work third shift. Really, the only time that I probably am going to wind up playing with another person, and it's the only other person that is in my little group of pals that has the game, is going to be in the afternoon streams and maybe in the late night streams, depending on how tired he is. But even during the afternoon streams, he might have something to do, in which case I'm not going to stop, because it's just Crucible. It's not like, he's missing out on anything. We've both already played through the story together, so even if he was, he's still not. And he may wind up doing this with me, but honestly, he probably won't delete his character. If he does, power to him. I'm not going to force him to do anything, and if he doesn't want to do this at all, it's not going to bother me. So I'll probably be winding up playing a lot of this solo. Because I honestly, I don't have intentions on waiting for him to power level all the way up to 20 and doing the same things I'm doing. It's tedious, and I feel like he'd get bored with it or annoyed with it very quickly. But I might be wrong. regardless, when I am streaming, I do not plan to stream in a party full of people. I know I've done this before, and it's not really something that I've been too bothered by. I know it might bother people watching, but oh well. It's to make sure that there's always something going on, because I'm not too good at consistently talking, because to me it's weird talking to yourself even though you know you're talking to other people, and that's why I'm kind of glad that I'm going to be streaming, because hopefully people get in and watch and they're typing on chat and shit like that, and it's not going to feel so awkward or weird. But that's really all I have to say is about that. um, Stream times are going to be awkward. They might be a 45-minute stream, it might be an hour, it might be 2 hours. It depends on how much Crucible I'm willing to play before I'm ready to pull my fucking hair out. And I might be really good one day and really trash the next day, and it might be a fucking 45-minute stream because I'm just feeling absolutely fucking annoyed or just pissed off, and I don't want to wind up throwing the only controller I have across the room because of this shit. But overall, I'm looking forward to this. I'm actually quite very much looking forward to this, because I really want to see where this takes me as far as light. I'd really like to fucking just play a shit ton of Crucible and get good at it. I was extremely good at Crucible in Destiny 1. I'd really like to get extremely good at Crucible and Destiny 2, because currently as it stands I'm decent, but I'm not special. I can't carry and fucking clutch like I could in Destiny 1. So without really anything much else to say, I'm just kind of lost for words. I didn't expect to be able to get all this information out as quick as possible, and this is probably going to wind up turning into a longer video, but we'll see. And in the background here you can see where I've already went ahead and swapped out my gear, and now I'm just discarding things I don't need and deleting things that I don't need. I've already put up my shaders, and I've done so, and I'm going to go ahead and go into the character creation and make my character, and really that's pretty much the whole video from this point forward. It's just me getting in, putting everything up, and then making this other character.